Okay. So now I'm going to explain you guys about object-oriented programming. Okay. So that will be called as hooks. Okay. So what are the aspects in our object-oriented programming? Okay, and what is called object and what is called programming? All these things we will learn. So what is called an object here? So in the normal words, the object is nothing but a real world entity. A real world entity. Okay. That means let us consider everything in our real world. Like the fan is an entity, and TV is an entity, and even the pen is an entity. So which one will be having some behavior that will be called as entity. By using these objects, our programming language, the OP mentioned some concepts. Okay, so what are that? What is called object? And next, class is an one more entity in object oriented. And inheritance is very important entity for the future classes. Inheritance. Next, polymorphism. Next, abstraction. Next, along with that, encapsulation. Okay, so these are the different types of entities we have in object oriented. Okay, so now let us go to theoretically what is called an object. So as we discussed, the real world entity which will having a behavior is called as an object. And next, what is called a class? What is called a class here? So anyone? So okay, simply for the definition, collection of objects will be considered as a class, is called a class. Okay, it's called class. That means in this class we will have an objects and we will have an methods and etc. These two things only we will have. Okay, and next coming to the inheritance. What is called an inheritance? So nothing but so it is nothing but, so we will have an object. That object will acquire properties and behavior from another class. Okay, properties and behaviors from another class. So here it is called a parent. Here it will be called as a parent. Now next, so what is called a polymorphism? So this polymorphism can be defined in number of ways. Okay, that means let us consider I want to go from Hyderabad to some other place. Like I want to go from Hyderabad to some Vijayawada. So how many ways we have? So we can able to go in the multiple ways, right? By using a train, we can able to go. By using bus, we can able to go. By using bike, we can able to go. Or else by using our own vehicles, we can able to go. So that means one task is performed in a different ways. in a different ways. That is called an polymorphism. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. Okay, one one task can perform in different way. That will be called as an polymorphism. So next, coming to the abstraction. What is called an abstraction? Nothing but hiding some information. Okay, hiding some information. Sum means here. So what is the sum here? That means hiding an internal. That means hiding an internal methods and internal bodies. Internal information. Okay, hiding an internal information will be called as an abstraction. And what is called an encapsulation? So do you have ever used the capsules? That means something like an gas tablets. Okay, so it will be encapsulated with some cover. Under that, we will have a medicine. Similar way, we are encapsulating our class with some other thing. So that will be called as an encapsulation. Okay, covering the internal objects. Okay, it's called as an encapsulation. You guys have any doubt what is called like object and what is called like class and what is called inheritance and what is called polymorphism or what is called abstraction? Do you have any doubt until here?
Difference between abstraction and completion is what?
Come
So,
again.
Difference between abstraction and completion. Both are hiding the data, na?
So it is nothing but hiding an internal methods and objects. Okay, it will be hide the complete class.
Okay, when we
Siva,
go with something, we'll
Yes,
some are waiting in the waiting room. Let them in, please.
thank you. Yeah, I'll make them in. Okay, guys, see, I'm here busy with the classes. If you guys are really waiting in the lobby, just ping me. That means ping me personally, okay? Because all the groups I will put as a mute. So just ping me personally and say, so please admit me. So by that I will let me know, okay? Admit all. Or else among you guys, someone take this task here. So who want to manage this thing? Someone can so as Manish said that someone has to be coordinate this. So who is ready to coordinate this? I will give that email and password. You guys can uh, take ahead for the admission and everything, and also recording the sessions and sharing to you guys among all these things.
No need to share emails and in these things. You can select as co-host. Then we can accept those candidates also, and we can start
Okay.
recording also.
So who can able to take that? I have done 2 members as a co-host. You guys can check. Yes, sure. Yeah, you two guys can admit them. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Yes. Now coming to an examples. Okay. So now let us, so we have been seen, so what is called a class, we will see only the definitions here, okay? So now let us go internally. So the class will having nothing, we already know how to create the class. And now until class, we don't have any examples, okay? Now take an inheritance. Take an inheritance and let us see how many types of inheritance we have, how can we achieve it, so how to do all these things, okay? So, how many types we have inheritance? Anyone having any idea about this? Basically,
I don't have any idea about these things.
okay. So,
Inheritance.
okay. So, okay, sure, sure. So, the inheritance is nothing but here we are going to maintain which relationship? Parent and child relationship. Okay, parent and child relationship. So, how many ways we can able to do this? And what is the syntax for each and everything? So, we will see here everything. Okay. So, basically, what is the syntax for creating the class? Axis modifier and name of the class. Class is a keyword and name of the class, right? So I'm giving the name of the class is subclass. Okay, subclass. So this subclass is going to be extend superclass. Here we have how many classes now here? We have two classes. One is called subclass and next one is called superclass. Okay. So the definitions and the methods will be go here. So now here, this is the syntax for an inheritance. Now we will see how many type of inheritance we have. We have single inheritance and we have multi-level inheritance. Hmm, multi-level inheritance and we have hierarchy inheritance and we will have an multiple inheritance and we have hybrid inheritance. Okay, so now today onwards your practice going to be start. You guys are be thorough with all these examples and you have to be start the practice now onwards, and you have to share your examples files to my mail. Okay. Okay, so these are the different type of the inheritance we have. Now we will take a single level inheritance. Let us have explaining about this. So single level inheritance, right? So what is called single level inheritance means, let us consider I have the two classes. I have the two classes. So let us consider the class name is parent as a parent class as a class A, okay? And child class as a class B, as a class B. Now, parent will acquire the properties of child or else child will acquire the properties of parent. Who will acquire the properties?
Child.
child is
Parent.
child is going to acquire the properties from parent. So this is called single level inheritance. Okay, this is called single level inheritance. So I am going to a multi level inheritance now. So I have two childs. A is child 1, he is an brother. Okay, so B is child 2 and C is the parent here. C is the parent here And for understanding only, I am adding these braces, okay? And here it is in child one, first child. He is in child one, B is in first child, and A is in second child, child two. Okay, child two. So now parent is going to give the properties of B, C1, and C1 is going to give the properties of child two, A. Now here, who is the parent? Again,
C.
C is the parent, okay? Now here see, in this multi-level inheritance, okay? So now let us consider child, don't take child 1 and child 2. Let us have one more example. I am the, so my dad given the properties to me and I will give the properties to my child, right? So
Yeah, get it.
let us have a brief example, okay? So father has 2 acres of land, okay? 2 acres of land. And the father is going to be give that land to his son, right? Okay. Okay. So now until here it's clear.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
clear.
Okay. So this is called single level inheritance. Okay. What this is called? Single level inheritance. So now let us consider the 2 generations. Let us consider now 2 generations. Now give the names here. Okay. I'm giving some names here. C and some B and some A. Okay. So now this A is the child of B. Okay. Who is A here? Child of B. Until here it's clear. These concepts are very important. So that is the reason I'm giving this much slow and as well as this much explanations. Okay. Be thorough with it. If you have any doubt, just
No
stop
doubt.
this
It's
meeting. Okay.
clear.
Yeah. Now, who is B here? B having the 2 parameters now. B is father of A and
C.
son of C. Okay. Who is C here?
C is the father of B.
Father of
B.
B. So from C, who will acquire the properties?
B.
B
B will
and C.
acquire.
B.
Sorry. Who will acquire the properties? B will acquire. From B, who will acquire the
B.
properties?
C.
C. A.
A will acquire
A.
the properties. Okay. So now do you guys understand? So this is called, what is this called?
Inheritance.
Multi-level
Multi-level.
inheritance. Okay. You got it here?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So now I am going to the third one called hierarchical. Okay. So it is somewhat tricky. Okay. Be more concentrated. I am leaving this. If you guys want to take any screenshot, you can take it. Okay. I'm doing control N. So now listen very carefully. It is somewhat tricky and it is somewhat easy also. So now I have father and I have mother here. Okay. His father and mother having only the one child. Only the one child. Only the one child. So this father having some 2 acres of land, and this mother's also having 2 acres of land. So these two lands, who will go and acquire?
Child of
Child is
The
going
child.
to acquire. Okay. So this is called hierarchy. Hierarchical inheritance. Okay. So now single, multi-level, hierarchical. These three are among these three topics. Do you guys having any doubt?
no.
Sir, one second, tell sir.
So okay, so we have an two. So for every parent means the father and mother will be called as a parent, like. So now father having 2 acres of land, mother having 2 acres of land, and these guys having only the one kid. Okay, so this 4 acres land will be acquired by the child, right? That means child is going to acquire the properties from father and as well as mother class. This is called hierarchical interface. This is called hierarchical interface. Do you guys got it? So okay. So now I am taking multiple inheritance. Okay. So if you guys want to take the screenshot, let's take it. Okay. So now, hey. So now I am going to give an multiple inheritance. Okay. See, now one parent having two childs. Honey, one parent having two childs. So let us have class called parent. And I have a class called child 1 and child 2. Child 2. Child 2. Here, for your more understanding, I am giving the properties here, okay? I am giving the properties here. So, I have an 2 acres of land, 2 by 2. That means I have an two different 4 acres of land. So, but these guys are fighting for only the, so among the 2 acres, one having income more. So these two guys are fighting for only the that property. Only the that property. So this is called multiple inheritance. Okay. That which will not support in Java. Support in Java. So now you guys got it here?
Yes, got it.
Yeah. So do you guys want to take any screenshot? Means take it. So I'm pressing Control N now. So next coming to the hybrid, okay? So this is also somewhat typical and easy also, okay? So we have, let's draw like this. Okay. So let us have generation 1, G1. G1, sorry. G1, okay. Let us have generation 2, G2. Let us have generation G3. Now, generation 1 is going to give the property for these two kids. Okay. Generation 1 is going to give the properties for this two, G2, okay? Now, this generation 2 kids having only the 1 person as a child, these guys are going to give the properties for G3. These guys are going to give the properties for G3. Now this is called hybrid. Hybrid.
Can
So
you explain it again?
so anyone in the class can explain this again?
Maybe they also not understand these things.
So let us consider we have in 3 generations, okay? Generation 1 having 2 kids and generation 2 kids having only the 1 kid. That means some of the in G2, so we have a child 1 and child 2, right? The two child among the two childs, some one having no childs. So then in G3, so in the G1 can able to give the equal properties to the G2. But in G2 case, here these parent having no child. So who it will be give? Definitely he will give for these parent children, right? So that is the meaning here. That means the class D is an parent and class B and C are child for D and class A is child for B and C. A is the child for B and C. Okay. D have given the properties B and C equally. C have no child, B have only the child. So C also given the property to A and B also given the properties of A. That means whole G1 properties are coming to the G3. Got it now?
Yeah, get it. But few minutes earlier you told me Java does not accept multiple inheritance,
It
but
is
in
hybrid.
this generation 1 it is going to multiple inheritance only.
So what is called multiple inheritance?
One
So
parent class and two
we
child
have
class.
a class something, class A, class B, class C. Okay.
Okay.
So acquiring the same property for these two classes will not support. So let us
But
find the property here.
in generation 1 it's going like this only.
No. So we have, if you go with a property manner here, okay, among the D class, we have the two properties, property 1 and property 2. Property 1 and property 2. Here we have only the one property, P1. Only the P1 is a property here. There is no second property 2 given for the two different childs.
Okay.
Got it now?
Yeah, get it.
Okay. So this is not support in Java. If we are converting the two different properties, then we can handle it in Java. So this is called hybrid and this is called multiple, and we have seen single inheritance and multiple inheritance. Okay.
Someone in the chat text us that Java does not support hybrid inheritance also.
No. So did I say that? Nothing. No. So don't make the two complexity here. Okay. Only the one thing is not support in Java. What is that?
Multiple inheritance from
Multiple
one
inheritance
property.
will only the not support. Okay. So remaining all inheritance will be support in our Java. So why it is not going to support means same property is going to acquire by two different child. That is not supported. Okay. So if you have the two different properties, that will be come under hybrid or else hierarchical. Okay. So that will be support, not an issue. Okay. So guys, do you have any doubt until these 5 concepts? Because without knowing this, you cannot able to work on the frameworks. This is very, very important to working in the frameworks.
Fine, sure.